Ever tried fishing a Ned-Rig, wacky style? Well, today I'm going to show you a rig that gets snagged way less, mimics a dying bait fish, and absolutely demolishes the bass. The Wacky Ned. And here's why you need it in your arsenal. Got him! He's a biggin'. He's a biggie. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh. Woo! Oh crap! Let's start with how to rig this bad boy. First, you're gonna need the Berkley weighted wacky head. I'm using an 1/8 ounce, and we have those weed guards to help you so you don't get snagged very much. And you have that needle point hook, which I think is the best in the industry. And then we need the Z-Man TRD. I love to use copper truce. Copper truce just really seems to wake up those bass for some odd reason. And what you wanna do is you're gonna wanna put it right here through the tip. I like to keep that rounded end towards the back, and we're only gonna rig it about, what, a quarter of the way through this. This is only 2.75 inches, a quarter of the way, and I like to keep it like that because what happens when we're underwater, it's gonna have that little pendulum effect like this. This is going to give it a wobble and shimmy that you are not going to get with a normal Ned rig. This is going to mimic a dying or injured bait fish almost to perfection, and that's absolutely what these bass can't resist. And the bonus is it's going to get snagged way less, so you're going to be able to throw it right into the cover, over rocks, and you're almost never going to get snagged. When you do get snagged, it's usually an easy pop up and you're done. So I like to tie a double uni knot, which I'm just going to run the line through once, and then I'm going to try to run the line through again if I can. Then I'm going to grab my index and thumb, pinch that loop right here, and then we're going to wrap it 5 times. 5 right here, and then we're going to put it right through the middle of both loops here. Grab this tag end, and we're going to cinch it. All right, like that. Here we go. Right here in the back of this creek, let's put this thing to the test. If you watch how this thing falls, it has that nice shimmy motion, nice and slow, because that Z-Man Elastex kind of counteracts that weight. So you're going to get a little bit slower fall than you normally would with any other plastic. But the magic is normally in the fall. Over half my strikes come from the fall. Oh, it was instant. All right, so let's get it out here a little bit further. Oh, I got him. Wow. No way. He didn't even let it hit the ground. But when they don't, you're gonna wanna just let that thing hit the bottom. We can scrape it a little bit, but I really like to do that dying bait fish look, which is let it hit the bottom, and then we're gonna tap it like 3 times to give it that flutter motion like this. And then as it falls back down, it's gonna shimmy. So we're gonna let it hit, and then we're gonna let it fall back down again. And sometimes you can give it a sporadic little jerk, kind of like that dying bait fish might get, you know, a second wind or something, and it might try to be fleeing that bass that might be looking at it, and that can trigger a strike as well. So let's see if we can't get on some, and if not, I got tons of freaking B-roll and overlay that I'm gonna put over top of that, because why not?
Oh. Oh my goodness gracious. That was fun.
Copper truce, Wacky Ned right here. So yeah, what we're gonna do, let me try some of these corners of these cut banks. Well, in this case, it's just a rock shelf right here. Right there is where a lot of bass like to hide, and we're just gonna run it right down the middle. And what I'm using for a rod right now is a 7'4" medium heavy Walton RCT, by the way. And I like a little bit stiffer rod because I want to have that direct contact with this bait so I can feel everything. And the same thing with braid. Braid really helps you feel what's going on there at the bottom. Now I can feel every single pebble like it's braille. And we're just going to take it here, flutter it up, act like it's dying. We're going to drop it, flutter it back up, act like it's dying. Oh, somehow this guy got pulled on back. I like to keep it that L-shaped bend. The L-shaped bend keeps it elevated from those rocks as well. It gives it that nice 45-degree angle on that hook. So it's weedless almost by nature. and snag proof, all the good things. Let's see if we can't stir up a nice little Betty over here. As you watch, I'm letting it drop, and then I flutter it up. Reel in my slack line, let it drop again, flutter it up. Oh, look what we got here. We got a little bluegill. A little bluegill taking note. We don't want you. Right there. That should be a good shelf. Holy smokes. I think I just saw a walleye in here. Walleye also like this thing, especially when you have that peanut butter and jelly color. Oh, walleye! Walleye! Oh, just got a hit too. You don't want to, there we are. Oh, he came off, no way. They don't ever come off. You are not coming out top of the freaking mouth. I could have let you sit there all day. Well, they're in here. So we just got our first bite. I actually see them right now. This water's crystal clear. Works great in crystal clear waters. You got that green pumpkin and chartreuse, which chartreuse and dichromatic colors. It's supposed to come up like kind of grayish white, which grayish white in most fish is like minnow, shiners, those kind of things. And that green pumpkin, always a good natural color. A little bit of watermelon red flake in there.
Another thing to notice is watch how the Wacky Rig slides right past those rocks without snagging, unlike its old school counterpart, the standard Ned-Rig, which loves to sink its hooks into anything it touches.
And we're gonna let it fall, let it drift a little bit. Let it fall again. Very slow bait. It's pretty much a finesse technique. Got on this time. There we go. We have a little smallmouth. Hit it right there on that drop. Almost the initial drop. I think I popped it one time. Little guy, slow guy. Catch them all size. But if you don't want it to be a finesse technique, the one cool thing that you get with this shimmy, here, let me show you here. The one cool thing about this bait is if you think they're chasing, you can just medium retrieve this all the way through, and it's gonna shimmy like this. One thing I know a Ned-Rig does not do.
The smooth shimmy on a steady retrieve, combined with some finesse techniques, while also being able to dig deep down into cover where those fish are, can be a deadly trigger when those bass are locked down. Sometimes the subtle action is the difference between a slow day on the water and putting fish in the boat.
Did you get him? Get him, please, please. Oh my God. Oh my God, get your little freaking mouth over here. So if you found the Wacky Ned helpful, go ahead and leave a comment with your favorite finesse rig setup. And if you'd like to help this channel grow, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. But until next time, this is Zach. Keep it real.